Hey guys, Pichu here, and I have an update that will change the Enter Town 3 game forever. I found this exe file called the Better Cautions mod. It works with Enter Town 3 offline races, and what it does is that it allows some modern new rules to be implemented in your Enter Town 3 offline races. I found this while going through the Enter Town 3 subreddit. On the Reddit page, and I can't provide a link to download in the description because the file actually is misidentified as a virus. Well, it took me a while for me to download this because my antivirus software wouldn't let me keep the file, and so I had to turn off the antivirus temporarily and had to allow this file to be downloaded and allow this file to stay even when I turned on the antivirus back on. So just a word of warning: if you do find the exe file on your own, you'll want to allow it to pass through your antivirus software, or you're going to want to disable your antivirus software temporarily until after you download and get the Better Cautions mod to work in your games. So I just want to let you know that. So I can't provide a link to download here, but you can search it up, the Better Cautions mod, on the Enter Town 3 subreddit, and there should be a link down there in the search results. So anyway, I wanted to show you a little bit of the Better Cautions mod and what it does. This will either enable or disable racing back to the cautions. In our Town 3, they race back to the caution as they were in the rules previously, but you can disable it, and the cars will actually slow down the moment the caution comes out, like they do in real life now. So you can enable that, or you can disable racing back to the cautions, and it will be just like modern NASCAR. So I'll show you an example a little later, but here are the other options you can enable or disable. You can disable collisions under caution. What it does is that if you see your drivers tend to wreck during caution periods, if they tend to wreck during the caution periods when they're trying to slow down and trying to avoid the wreckage, you can disable collisions under caution. And I haven't tried that out yet, but I think that's how it works. I'm not too sure, but I haven't tried it out yet, but you can try it for yourself. I think that's how it's supposed to be. But disabling collisions on pit road, you can also mark that as an option. What it does is that it also disables collisions that occur on pit road. Sometimes cars collide with one another while making pit stops during offline races. So it happens to several tracks, and I've noticed in several games, on several events I've done in several tracks, their cars tend to collide each other on pit road. If you don't want that, you can enable this. You can put the check mark next to it, and it will disable collisions on pit road there and make things much more smoother when they're entering and exiting the pits. You can also send lap cars to the back because there is Enter Town 3 tends to glitch and have lap cars in front of the leaders and not in the back where they're supposed to be. So you can enable this, and the lap cars will be sent to the back of the pack, and only the leaders go up in the front. Makes for some better racing. It allows for the leaders to not be distracted by lap cars, and it does allow for more competitive racing there. And this is the big one. You can set up modern double fall restarts, and I'll show an example of that in a little bit, but there is finally an option to enable modern double fall restarts in your offline races. So that's amazing. So yeah, that should be fun. And you can enable it, or you can keep it single fall restarts as the game has originally, or you can make it more fun and make it modern double fall restarts. Yeah, so you can enable that or disable that. That's really a big sell for this mod. And finally, you can add laps for green-white checkers. Now, if your race ends under caution, you can enable add laps for green-white checkers, and then they'll actually add 2 more laps to the end of your race, so that ensures that your race finishes under green. I haven't tried it yet, but I think that's how it's supposed to work from what I've read. So, and then finally, the big one is throw caution. You can throw a caution anytime during a green flag period. You don't have to type in like exclamation point yellow and $ enter in the chat. You don't have to do that anymore. You could just press this button, throw the caution will come out instantaneously whenever you want it. So you don't have to do the typing, anything like that in the chats anymore if you have this. So Anyway, I'll show you an example of the caution system working, and let me just rewind a little bit here. Went a little too far ahead. Alright, so the race right here, this is a test race right here. It is still green flag, but when the caution comes out, the cars will slow down. And I wanted to show you the speed on the top of your screen. You'll notice that they'll slow down the moment the caution comes out. So here it comes. The caution will come out right about now. Caution comes out, and you'll notice that they do slow down the moment the caution comes out. And yeah, they do slow down like they do in real life, and that's pretty cool. You don't have to like enable racing back to the cautions anymore. You can have the car slow down the moment the yellow comes out. There you go. They slow down the moment the yellow comes out because I had disabled racing back to the cautions. And I've enabled modern double fall restarts. I'll show you an example of it right about now. Let me just skip ahead a little bit. Just give me about 1 second. It should work right here. Just one more lap. Okay, I think at this point they'll start to line up double file. So here we go. We're getting the 1 to go signal before the green flag waves, and check this out. Pretty cool, huh? Double file restarts finally work, and they do line up exactly the way there should be. They have the even numbered drivers in the starting position on the high side and the odd numbered ones on the low side, like in real life. Oh hey, look, the Ford just got a little bit of a jump there, but you get the point. You can have double fall restarts after every caution, which is really cool, very cool. If you want to have your modern races be set up. Now again, I can't provide the download link down below, but you can find it on the Town 3 subreddit. And another caution just came out instantaneously as I was talking. Yeah, the 22 just spun, and yeah, you see, they slowed down the moment the caution flew. So that's another example of disabling racing back to the cautions with this program. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna try using this in offline events as well, double fall restarts. I'm not sure if I'm going to enable racing back to the cautions, if I'm going to keep racing back to the cautions in offline racing. I will think about that because racing back to the cautions was actually pretty fun. So maybe not. I'll think about it. But in the mock series, I might disable racing back to the cautions to keep things realistic. And I will definitely have modern double fall restarts in both the offline and mock PLCS universes. For the rest of the seasons, for the rest of their seasons. So, and I'm not going to be adding green white checkers because I'm going to still have events run end under caution because yeah, it's just I thought it was better that way instead of going with overtime, and yeah, it just wasn't necessary. So anyway, and also huge shout out to Trent Dunham for finding another exe file that I'm using right now that enables drivers to go from a lap down to gaining their lap back, and I'll give you an example of it, and you will have to type it down in the chat. So thanks to Trent Dunham for allowing me finding this for me. We spoke on Reddit, we spoke on Discord, and he was able to find this for me. So if you want the Town 3 file that allows waiver rounds, you'll have to ask him for it. So he was the one that found it for me. So a huge shout out to Trent Dunham. Anyway. For example, you saw that Austin Dillon was 2 laps down, and I just typed in exclamation point and then wave all in lowercase letter, then space, and then the number sign, and then the car number that you want to put the wave around in, and that is number 3 because he is 2 laps down currently. And let me find him right here. There he is in the 3 car, and hold on 1 sec. I have to assimilate a little bit here. And he should get his lap back. Well, okay, that was a bad example. Anyway, okay, so let me try this again. Anyway, exclamation point wave number 54. That's Ty Gibbs, and you'll notice that he's a lap down. And there you see the 54 right here. I just typed the command, and there he goes. Let's see if he gets through without wrecking drivers. Oh boy, that looks a little tight. Should have gone to the high line. Oh. Now, I think he's going to be good. I think he's okay. Oh, wow. He nearly hit the 13 there. I don't know what they were doing there, but... Oh, I think they were setting up double fall restarts, but... As you can see here, he's trying to catch up with the pack before the restart happens so he can get his lap back. You saw that Ty Gibbs was a lap down, and now he's on the lead lap. So, yeah, I just want a huge thank you to Trent Dunham for finding this for me. That allows waiver rounds, and we're going to have that enabled as well. So, drivers that are a lap down can get the lucky dog, basically. They can achieve a waiver round, and they can get their laps back. So, I got to thank Tyler Mallon for the Better Cautions mod, and I got to thank Trent Dunham for this new Enter Town 3 executable that allows waiver rounds to be enabled. So, you're going to have to ask Trent Dunham himself on Discord for the waiver round mod, but for the Better Cautions mod, you'll have to find it on Enter Town 3, the Discord page. The download should be somewhere there in the search results. So anyway, this will change the game forever, and you're going to see some of these new rules implemented in the next events we're doing for Enter Town 3. For the Mock series, I'm going to be doing the Bristol Dirt Race, of course. And for the offline series, I think the next one is Martinsville, I believe. So, hope you guys enjoyed. So, hope you guys will continue to support both series. I'll have a lot of fun doing them. And this will definitely make the final season of the PLCS even better. And the offline universe, that is. So, hope you guys will continue to watch racing here on this channel, and we're going to make this the best season ever. So, anyway, this is Pichu London, and I'll see you guys later.